welcome back to Devotions. I'm your host, Jaden, and today we're going to be getting right back into the story of Ruth and Boaz. This is going to be Ruth chapter 3. Last episode, or yesterday's episode, was about Ruth basically going out into the field and into Boaz's field on purpose, and effectively trying to find favor in his eyes. And Boaz finds favor in her, or has favor. He likes her. He wants to be with her, and so he favors her, and so he gives her a bunch of crops, gives her protection, gives her special privileges. And now we're going to read what happens next. So without further ado, let's get right into the next chapter of Ruth, chapter 3. All right, here we are. So let's start with Ruth chapter 3, verse 1. Ruth's redemption assured. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast? Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and go get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man, until he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me I will do. And she went down unto the floor, and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her, or told her to do. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn. And she came softly, and uncovered his feet, and laid her down. Scroll down. And it came to pass at midnight, that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said unto her, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast showed more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch thou followedst not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not, I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman, howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning, that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well, let him do, or a kinsman well, like perform well, let him do the kinsman's part. But if he will not do the part of a kinsman to thee, then I will do the part of a kinsman to thee. As the Lord liveth, lie down until the morning. And she lay at his feet until the morning, and she rose up before one could know another. And he said, Let it be known that a woman came into the floor. And he said, Bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid it on her. And she went into the city, and when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, Who art thou, my daughter? And she told her all that the man had done to her. And she said, These 6 measures of barley gave he me, for he said to me, Go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then she said, Sit still, my daughter, until thou know the matter will fall. For the man will not be in rest until he have finished the thing this day. So that's the end of that, Ruth 3. So a couple things I want to go over. I will switch over. So, first, says in, I gotta figure it out. It says, Naomi tells Ruth to go in, lay at his feet, while he sleeps, or to uncover his feet and lay there. And so at first you're like, wow, that's really weird. And I was certainly when I first heard that, but there is definitely a good meaning behind it, or at least a cultural meaning behind it as to why she did that. So essentially, laying at a man's feet, or in this case a kinsman's feet, in her position is basically saying I want to be with you. Or in her case, she's trying to get the Redeemer's blessing or something. The kinsman's redeemer is what it's called, where effectively she goes unto him, she lays at his feet, and then he blesses her with the acts of a kinsman. And it also implies a kind of like a courting for marriage, like I want to marry you kind of thing, I want to be with you. And so she was effectively saying, I want to be with you, and I want your blessing as a kinsman that you provide for me and my mother-in-law Naomi. And then it says, trying to find the word, because I did this already, but my computer crashed as I was getting ready to finish, so I literally could not do anything. The video's corrupt, so I can't go like edit it and add a part in. So I'm trying to find it. That, and then what is a kinsman? I guess I already technically said that. Kinsman is basically somebody who it's somebody who either provides for somebody of close family because he is part of their family, distant family, like cousins, I think, in terms of the Old Testament cousins, not today's cousins. I don't know what the difference is, but I think they were he was distant cousins to Naomi. And now you have Ruth, who is not related to Naomi except by marriage. Anyway, so a kinsman is saying basically someone who is put in place to provide for family or a close relation to family, and also somebody who is who has a responsibility to marry and take care of a childless widow in the family. And that happens to be Ruth, a childless widow, because her husband died before they could have kids. And so that's effectively what Boaz is in this story. And what's happening here is Boaz is like, I'm close to the family as a kinsman, but there's somebody even closer, and I want you to go to him first. And if it doesn't work out, if he won't do what you want him to do, then I will do what you want me to do, or what you want. Yeah. And on the way home, she's given 7. Trying to find it. 6 measures of barley, which I think a measure is like a, like a bushel. So 6 measures of barley to gum. She didn't want to come home empty-handed, or he didn't want her to come home empty-handed, back to Naomi, and so he gave her some wheat, or barley, not wheat. And so that's effectively him, like his introductory to like, I accept, but there's someone that is think of it kind of like a king in the Middle Ages, or whatever you want to call it, medieval times, king giving his daughter off to somebody who's like the direct heir, like the first person in line to be married to her. And then that person's like, I don't want to marry her, so you go to the next person. I think that's kind of what it's like here. Like, I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up later. But I believe in this case, he's saying there's a kinsman nearer to you, so he gets first dibs. And then if not, then it's me and you. And so, yeah. We expected Boaz to, make an advance in the last video, the last episode. He kind of did, but now he's pretty much set it in stone, like, yeah, I want you to, And so, yeah, we got one more chapter in this series before we're done, and we end the story of Ruth. And it's still a story of loyalty, because Ruth is very obedient to Naomi in this. Naomi's like, hey, go lay at this dude's feet. And Ruth is like, okay, I'll do it because you told me to. And so, yeah, very loyal, very trusting, if you will. And we will see where the story goes in the next video. But for now, that is all I have for today. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. And remember to spread the good word of God himself. That was awkward.